Hello, hello, hello. I am author and entrepreneur, the Cerebral Palsy Vigilante, Zachary Fennell. Today, I would like to talk about how my cerebral palsy, or CP for short, has helped my mental health. Yes, you heard that correctly. How CP has helped my mental health. To accurately discuss this topic, you and I must begin by defining what mental health is. First, though, huge disclaimer: I am not a mental health professional or any kind of medical professional. Rather, I am simply speaking based off my own experiences. Please seek professional help if needed. Since I am not a health professional, I will be using mentalhealth.gov to define mental health. According to mentalhealth.gov, you'll find a link in the description. Mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act. It also helps determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. The site goes on to explain many factors contribute to mental health problems, including biological factors such as genes and brain chemistry. For those who have mental health issues caused by genetics and brain chemistry, I don't know how much of what I share today you'll be able to relate to. Nevertheless, I still appreciate you watching, and I hope you will leave some insights of your own in the comments afterwards. Even though I don't have the experience or knowledge to speak about mental health related to biological factors, I felt compelled to create this video. My motivation being help eliminate the negative perception surrounding mental health. A perception you can see play out even with the content on mentalhealth.gov. Once the site defines mental health, the next paragraph starts: over the course of your life, if you experience mental health problems. Now that the subject has been introduced, we are focusing on problems. Problematic because everyone has mental health, not just crazy people. A truth mentalhealth.gov gets to once you scroll past early warning signs and get to the mental health and wellness section. Under this section, you see the wording positive mental health, a concept which in general should be more visible. Many of the bullet points listed here, for example, cope with the stresses of life and make meaningful contributions to their communities, I could associate with my CP. Cerebral palsy has helped me cope with the stresses of life by building a foundation of priorities. The base of that foundation, essentially my top priority, is taking care of myself physically. A big part of that is exercising regularly, at least once a week. Without said exercise, I lose the ability to concentrate. Having that priority to exercise weekly keeps me from stressing over my never ending to do list. For example, I am recording this video while I am on vacation from work. While off from the library, I still have plenty to do. Write this script, follow up on 2 different leads for my blog, update my websites in the media page with new links, create a graphic to share on Instagram and other platforms. These are just my internal commitments. I also had external ones, a dentist appointment, a Zoom call for a project I am collaborating on. And oh, going back to internal commitments, I was due to exercise. Rather than becoming overwhelmed by my to-do list and fretting over everything, I turned to my foundation of priorities, exercising first and going from there. Now, some of the other activities I mentioned for my to-do list connect to another aspect of positive mental health already cited. Positive mental health enables you to make meaningful contributions to communities. My cerebral palsy has guided me to communities where I can contribute meaningfully. Feedback I received recently on my YouTube video, Sleeping and Cerebral Palsy, comes to mind. A viewer commented to tell me she is a full-time caregiver, but my video left her in tears. She thought she was doing what was best for her patient, but my video and first-person perspective living with CP made her reevaluate. That sort of feedback literally tells me I am making meaningful contributions to the cerebral palsy community, working to fuel my positive mental health. Admittedly, the stories I have shared today about how CP has helped my mental health are just two of many. If you're interested in going more in depth, allow me to recommend my memoirs, Off Balance and Slow and Cerebral. To be completely transparent, cerebral palsy has not always been a positive influence on my mental health. And I dive into those details with Off Balance, a memoir I describe as my emotional journey from embarrassment over being different to embracing my differences as a part of who I am. Although mental health is a continuous saga, which is evident in my second memoir, Slow and Cerebral. Slow and Cerebral is a memoir about accomplishing the unreasonable. For me, that was not letting my CP stop me from becoming a marathoner, a feat which required adjusting my mindset over finishing last during races, handling feedback that could be seen as patronizing, and more. For anyone interested, I will link to my Amazon author page in the video's description below. While below, in the comments, answer, how has your cerebral palsy or disability impact your mental health? After commenting, hit the thumbs up icon to let the world know you enjoyed today's video. Also, make sure you have rung the bell icon to receive notification every time I publish a new video. Until then, remember, don't blend in, blend out.